I'm Natalia Bonner. It's day 173. Today we're going to be stitching using my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. Now all the stitching that I do share with you here on my YouTube, everywhere that you see of mine, I do on a Gamble 22-inch machine. I do stitch in the stitch regulated mode and my stitch length is set at 12 stitches per inch. Alrighty, let's get stitching. I'll begin by using my blue Mark B Gone marker and marking a 9 patch in the center of my quilt block. Now because I'm working on a 6-inch block here, I'll mark 2 lines that are spaced 2 inches apart horizontally and 2 lines that are marked 2 inches vertically. From there, after I've stitched in the ditch, then I'm ready to begin stitching at the top left marked point. From there, I'm going to stitch a diagonal line down to the first marked point on the left. And then from there, I'll travel across the bottom, back up to that top marked point. From that top marked point, then I'm going to actually stitch along the outside ditch over to the bottom left corner of this triangle, where I'm going to fill in the inside of this triangle shape with some heavy back and forth matchstick quilting. Now, I mentioned this several times in many of the other videos, but you could create a very similar look and feel with a different type of filler. I just like to do the matchstick quilting here to give you a little bit of extra ruler work practice. Once I've completed the stitching on that first triangle, then I'll travel over to the left side. Well, that's actually where I finished. So from there, I'm going to go and stitch a second triangle, starting in the bottom, moving to the top, and then filling in the 3 sides. From there, you'll see that I did travel along my previous stitch line to move back up to the top point. You can start in either point if you started at the bottom or the top, just working back and forth either way, filling in this second triangle with some straight line back and forth matchstick quilting. You will notice here that when I do the matchstick quilting, I like to move my ruler along with me, using it more as just a guide, not necessarily for spacing. I'm just kind of eyeballing my spacing. When I do quilt like this, though, I do prefer not to have any grip on my ruler. So you can either just flip your ruler over, or if you're like me, I have lots of 4-in-1 rulers, but you can easily just flip your ruler over and then glide it along the back side of the ruler so that it'll slide a little bit easier through this matchstick quilting process. After I filled in that second triangle, then I'm going to move down to the bottom and stitch a 3rd triangle. So using the marked lines that we've marked out with that 9 patch and stitch out these cute triangle blocks. Now because I'm showing this to you here on a simple 9 patch block that I've marked, it's a solid block. This design though could also be done on an actual 9 patch block or really any block and end up with a really beautiful design. I'll continue that process filling in on the bottom, that bottom triangle, and then I will move over and complete the triangle on the left hand side of the block in the same manner. After I've stitched that last triangle, then I'll stitch in the ditch all the way around if I haven't already, and then spritz away those marked lines. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's block and found a little bit of inspiration with my machine quilting. Now just remember, you can pick up the panel, the rulers, the thread, all of the notions that I'm using in this video today over on my website, peaceandquilt.com. And don't forget to share your progress pictures over on Instagram using the hashtag Let's Stitch with Natalia. That's where we will be selecting winners for weekly prizes. See you all tomorrow.